This says writing a draft, my community helper is. So in this blank, I need to write what my community helper is. I'm going to write about teachers because that's what I've been researching. You need to write about whatever one you've been researching. Then I need to go down here. It says they help people buy. I need to list 3 ways that a teacher helps people, and I need to start by finishing the sentence. So teachers help people by teaching them new things. Oh, I forgot my period. Make sure that you put a period at the end of your sentences. Then I need to add 2 other ways that they help people. So teachers help people by teaching them new things. They teach you things you need to know. They help you when you need it. Then I'm on to the next one. The people they help are, so now I need to write the people that teachers help. So the people that they help are students, and then you also need to write how they help them. Teachers help students by teaching them new things, period. All right, the last one says the things they need and use are, and I need to write some tools that teachers use. So the things they need and use are a school, because that's where they work. So a school to work at, a classroom to teach in, and books to read with kids. All right, now did you notice how I didn't just write one little word? I also had to write why. Why do they use those things? So I didn't just write that they work at a school, or that they have a school. I wrote that they have a school to work at. They have a classroom to teach in, and they have books that they read. Page 2. Page 2 says, draw a picture of your community helper. Make sure it has detail, so I need to make sure my community helper has a face and other details. It needs to have color. I'm not just going to make my teacher purple or something. It needs to have color like a real person. And it needs to have a tool. So one tool that my teacher uses, that I already said what tools that she uses, so I need to add one to my picture. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my teacher. I'm going to start by drawing her black, and then I'm going to color her in. And I'm going to draw my teacher holding a pointer, because I like to use pointers. And then I'm going to add hair. There we go, hair. I need to add color to her clothes. I'm going to give her a pink shirt. And then she needs to have that pointer, like I said. So it's like a stick, and then it has like a hand at the end that looks like it's pointing. Okay. So she has her tool. I'm also going to give a whiteboard for her to point at writing. Okay. Now I'm going to check my checklist. It says my picture has detail. Yes, it has detail. I can see that. She has a face, she has hands, she has hair. It has color. Yep, she's not a weird color. She's realistic looking. And I drew a tool. I drew her whiteboard and her pointer. So I can check those off. Now I'm going to go on to page 3. So I have my writing rubric, and I'm going to go back and grade my paper, because the writing rubric is how you know what score you get on your paper. So the first thing I already know, it says title and name. I already don't have that. So I'm going to give myself a 0. That's not because we were supposed to write it. We didn't need it for our draft. So for our draft, that's always going to be a 0. So I'm going to write circle 0. Then I have my picture. Picture has color and detail and includes at least one tool that is listed in the paper. So let's go back and look at my picture. Yep, I have detail, I have color, and I have one tool. So that's going to be a 3. Introduction tells the community what the community helper is in a complete sentence. Let's go back here. My community helper is a teacher. So yes, that one is also a 2. Paragraph 1 states what the community helper does and has 3 details. Let's see if I have all 3 details. They help people by teaching them new things. That's 1. They teach you things you need to know. That's 2. And they help you when you need it. That's 3. So yes, I can circle a 3 for that one too. Paragraph 2 states who the community helper helps and says how the community helper helps them. The people they help are students. Yes, I did that. Teachers help students by teaching them new things. Yes, so I can circle a 3 here. Paragraph 3 states at least 3 things the community helper uses. The things they need and use are a school to work at, that's 1, a classroom to teach in, that's 2, and books to read with the kids, that's 3. So on this, if you want to, you can add it up. So I would have 14 points. You don't have to do that. Then I have a complete sentence grade. So is everything written in a complete sentence? No, because I can see right here, I'm missing the word a. The community helper is a teacher. So that is not going to be a complete sentence. So it says out of 10, I'm just going to write no, because I'm missing one thing, and maybe I'll just take 1 point away, so I'll just say 9. 9's really big. 9. Okay. Capital and end marks and punctuation. Let's make sure all of my sentences have a capital letter and an end mark. So I can see this first sentence, they help people by, and it ends with a period, capital letter, period, capital letter, period, capital letter, period. Yep. Capital letter, period, capital letter, period. Yep. Capital letter, period at the very end. So yes, I can mark that as full points. I'm going to write a 10. Spelling words from the books. So you would go back and check your spelling on those words that you were writing to make sure if you found them in a book that you spelled them correctly. So if I was writing about a teacher and it was saying how she works at a school in the book, I would need to make sure that where I wrote school here is spelled the same way as it was spelled in the book. Teacher also, since that is right here, you need to make sure that you spell that the correct way too. So yes, I did that 10. So this would be 29 points. All right. So when you're writing a draft, it's okay if this part isn't great. That is why we write it as a draft. We will be rewriting it, so don't worry too much about it. Just do your best, and then when you rewrite it, just make it better. So you will know what to look for when you're fixing it. All right. Good luck writing your drafts. I can't wait to read them.